Guys, I want to share with you why I love renting digital assets, okay? I'm going to be really, really quick in this video, but I want to tell you this. When I was 17 years old, my dad gave me a book. I'm sure you've heard of this book. It's called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I don't have the book in my office. I couldn't find it. However, I did notice that I have his game, Cash Flow. Dope game, by the way. Family fave. In my drawer here. But anyway, this. I'm not talking about Rich Dad Poor Dad. The reason I'm even bringing this up is I want to tell you why I love renting digital assets. Okay, so I'm 17 years old. My dad gives me this book. Blows my mind. Okay, blows my I'm 17. I didn't even know how I was going to make money. I didn't know what I was going to do. And essentially, if you haven't read this book, the concept's really simple. You make money. You find a vehicle to make money. You take the money. You buy assets. With these assets, you buy these assets are going to produce passive income, right? Passive income being you don't have to, trade your hours for dollars, right? And he uses the example he uses physical real estate. So and then the game is you get enough passive income so that it exceeds your bills. So you have $10,000 a month coming in passive income, and your bills are $8,000, and you have retired. You have escaped the rat race, is what he calls it. And I read this book, and I was like, that makes total sense. So I got to go make all this money. And I got to buy as much real estate as possible. And that's how I'm going to win, right? That was the game. That was the game plan, and it clicked for me. So fast forward a couple years later, like about 7 years later, 8 years later, and I'm trying to get out of knocking door to door, right? And I'd kind of forgotten about the book. I'd read it, but I'm like, it's kind of far away. I just need to focus on making cash. And I heard about this concept of renting digital assets, which is you go and you build tiny websites online, you rank them on Google, okay? And you rent them to business owners for a fee every single month. And your income is higher than the cost that it costs you to manage the website, own the website, rank the website, etc. And the rest of the profit, you take it in and you stack these tiny websites until your passive income exceeds your bills. And again, you've done the exact same thing that you were trying to do with with physical real estate with digital. And when I heard this concept, I was like, that makes so much sense. Sign me up, right? I was skeptical. I was very, very skeptical. I'm like, that sounds too good to be true. It makes total sense, but I don't know how to build a website, but this, but that sounds like a scam, etc. So what did I do? I just went for it. I booked a call with somebody that was teaching a program at the time. This is 6 years ago. I was like, you know what? Sounds pretty interesting. And I bought a program, and I jumped in. And there's a long story there. I kind of put it on the shelf, came back to it. And here I am. And guys, what I want to share with you is this, okay? A lot of people, they want digital assets. They want passive income because they want to retire or not work and go sit on a beach and travel and all this different stuff. That's not me. What I want to do is I want to go big. I want to go as big as I can. I want to make as much money as I possibly can. And I believe that with money, you can do incredible things. So the thing that I needed above all, because I wanted, something that had the asset, I wanted something that could make money while I was, sleeping. I wanted all of these different things. I wanted to be able to live anywhere in the world, all that. That's great. But the number one thing that I wanted was something that was scalable. Okay. And I used to think that anything that was on the internet was scalable. I used to think as long as you're on the internet, it's scalable. Well, it's not true. I tried doing an SEO company, couldn't scale it. Okay. Because my time or my employee's time was tied to the work. I didn't own anything. There was no asset attached. I've tried doing social media marketing. Same thing. It's on the internet. Couldn't scale it because it's hours for dollars. This is the only thing that I found that checks all those boxes, and it checks the most important one, which is scale. Because for me, it's not about making just enough and going sitting on a beach. For me, it's about how do I scale something over and over and over as big as I possibly can so that I can use that money to do other things. So I can use that money to then go buy real estate. So I can use that money to go and if helping's your thing, donating's your thing, giving back's your thing, you could go do that, right? I want to go as big as I possibly can, and I needed something that was scalable. And up until now, this concept of renting digital assets, tiny websites, digital this, digital that, like there's a ton of names, rank and rent. I call it rent then rank. It's all the same thing, right? This is the first business model and the only business model I have found that checks all those boxes. Most importantly, it checks the box of being able to actually scale.